Ricky, Emerald Spur had his first run for a few months last time out. What were your thoughts on that run?
He had a little setback, but he got over it all right. But he was just learning. He was only young. He just turned 4 this season, and he's in a good progress. Although he hasn't run for a few months, but I think he'll run well over the trip.
So no concerns for you stepping up from 1,200 metres to 1,400 metres?
No, definitely not.
What are your thoughts on him overall as a horse? He's a lightly raced 4-year-old, but do you have a good opinion of this horse, Ricky?
Yeah, once he starts doing something, winning, he'll move up to like class 4, class 3. He'll keep improving. Yes, he's a bit late mature. That's how I see him.
Is that why you haven't given him too many races at this point in time?
Part of it, but he had a little setback, but he's fine now.
Just looking at recent weeks, Ricky, Voyage Warrior's been in great form. You hit a winner with Allied Agility. You look like you've got a couple of nice horses on your hands there.
Yes, there was a bit of luck there. When I purchased them from the 2-year sale, and they're very forward, the horses, that they can perform earlier, the early mature type.
And just speaking of the stable, 22 winners, Ricky, at this point of the season. How do you feel your season has been this year?
Compared with the previous season, we're a bit slow. But we got to look after a lot of the young one, the up-and-coming ones. So we'll look forward to these young horses to progress and maybe a better horse for next season. That's why a little bit slow this season.
Joe Beauty Applause hasn't raced for a couple of months. Do you think he will have learned from that race day experience, though?
I've got no doubts about it. It was his first time out. He didn't know what it was about, and he's done it all right. So, yeah, he should learn a lot from that.
On that occasion, the wide draw just went against him?
Yes, I think so. And I had to overuse him a bit to come across and get on the outside of the leader. And I think for having to use him, I think he lacked of energy a little bit in the last 100 meters. So then I would say that got him beaten, but he's done it very well his first up, and I'm quite confident that he can go to another level.
What about his 2 trials that he's had since then?
He's been trialing well. Obviously, we wouldn't want to have a horse to start off and have a sit back, but unfortunately he had some little issues, and those trials has proven that he's back into his best, and I'm sure Johnny sent him out there. Obviously, he's been indicating to John that he's feeling very good on himself, so yeah, I'm quite excited about him. I'm looking forward to that.
Frankie, 3 runners in the Hong Kong Macau Trophy. Let's start off with Mission Tycoon, the Classic Cup winner. Why have you decided to bring him back in trip for this race?
Yes, because this race is 110 to 85, so it's suitable for him. And this also, I think his best distance is 14-16, so just win him.
And is that also why you've put the blinkers back on him here?
Yes, that's why I put back the blinkers on.
He's run in the Derby, of course. He won the Classic Cup. They're tough races. Has he shown any signs of fatigue or anything like that to you, Frankie?
I think he's a good horse, but is it that good? Maybe still need more time. And but anyway, this race is suitable for him.
More than lucky. He's had a couple of months since his last run. Why did you decide to give him a break, Frankie?
Yes, it looked like after the last one, he's a little bit tired, so just give him a little break and then trial 2 times for him. He looks getting better. So 1400, 1600 also suitable for this horse.
Drawn a little wide. What would the plan be from there?
I think he got an early speed. I will ask the jockeys jump first and then try second, third if he can. If cannot, maybe just midfield.
And Superrich, what were your thoughts on his last run, Frankie?
I think last one is set Perton, right? He jumped okay, and then it's a little bit slow. And I think now maybe 14, 16 should be better for him. But anyway, he got an outside jaw. Maybe still ask the jockeys jump him first. And depends by what he got, maybe midfield or a little bit back. No problem for this horse. He got a very strong finish.
3 horses in the race. Who would be your pick of the 3, Frankie?
I think it should be Mission Tycoon first because he's quite strong. He just won the 1800 race, so I think this one is my first pick.
Super Missile, Frankie. We haven't seen him race since last year. Why has he been away from the races for so long?
Yes, last season he got a little bit of problem, the left front, and early this season he always have had some fever. At the middle of season, I tried to push him, and unfortunately he got some accident. The right hind leg have some cuts and also lead to have a little bit big, and then now he's come back. I think he's not in the top form, but I think should be close.
So what sort of expectations do you head to the races with him in for Saturday?
I think first start 1200, and then I think he will close. I'm not sure he can win the race, but should be very close. He's a good horse.
Yeah, last season he won 2 from 4, so you've obviously got a good opinion. He has shown ability on the track, Frankie.
Yeah, he got ability, so that's why I don't want to push him too hard after he got an accident. So step by step, and then now he comes good, and so that's why I just raise him.
And this is a ride for Peter Ho, your brother-in-law. Good to keep it in the family on this day on Saturday?
Yes, I hope he can win 1 or 2 for me on Saturday.
Looking at this season overall, Frankie, we're getting to the last couple of months. Last season you were second behind your boss, John Size. You're second this season, but only 6 wins behind. Can you beat him?
Hard to say. Try my best. I think I need to look the horses, the form first, and if they all goes good, I just keep racing him, and try my best.
Raging Storm, Joe. What's the key to this horse? Because you've won 5 times on him. What do you need to do to get the best out of him?
Probably just get on him at the right time. He's a good horse, actually. When he put it all together, when he's able to put all that he's got as best all together, he's been very good. This time we're running over the 1,000 meters. It's going to be his first test, but so far he's been showing enough good gate speed. So if he's able to produce that on Saturday, he's going to be jumping and be right there with them. And he's being a very, very strong horse at the finishing. So I believe he's a winning chance.
So even though his wins have been over 1,200 and 1,400 metres, 1,000 first up, you think will be okay?
The first up, I think, is going to be a plus to him, actually, to help him to run over the 1,000, as they should go faster. But a freshen up helps a lot. Usually horses that had their spell, when they come back, they usually show a little bit of more gate speed, and I think that's going to be his case.
He's a horse too that hasn't raced since International Day. You rode him in a trial just before Christmas, then missed work. Do you know what issues he's had?
To be honest, I don't. But what I can say, he's fully recovered. He's been showing that on his various trials, and I'm excited to see how he's going to come up with his form at this preparation.
When you look at the top sprinters here in Hong Kong too, you know what beat the clock's like when the Group 1 on him recently. There's not a large amount of top-class sprinters. Is Raging Storm the type of horse that could take that step into the top class?
He could, and what I would highlight as well is that he feels like he has been a better horse than what he's been in the past. So, yeah, that gives us the confidence that he could get there with the best horses.